the time is now.
The time is now for the home cook. And people are finding, oh, I like that thing. Because they're having the time to go, oh, I like this thing. And I'm really very proud of this bread.
Right, guys, I am here in the beautiful, beautiful, magnificent, covet everything in the world home of Karen Dudley, who, unless you've been living under a rock, she writes the most incredible cookbooks, which I own all of them, thank God for that. Had sadly, the kitchen where, I suppose Michelle Obama ended up there, which is she was very famous for, but actually that wasn't right. It was famous because it had the best food in the world, food that I've eaten a lot of. She also makes the best gammon sandwiches known to man, and apparently also, if you can see, I'm not quite sure what it is.
I can't help not making a sandwich.
Yeah,
I'm a compulsive sandwich maker.
And unfortunately, I'm a compulsive sandwich eater, so we're just fine. So that's who I'm talking to today. So hello, Karen, and thank you for having me in your home.
Thank you so much, and thank you for letting me join all your friends.
I'm just so delighted. Talk to me first about the sandwich, because I've got to try it.
So this is a sandwich that I saw on the interwebs, as you do, and it's Korean, and it has a fancy name. Unfortunately, I do not know what it is. We can maybe just name our own thing, and just it could be all kinds of cultural inappropriatenesses. I know it. So the sandwich, people, a little bit of coleslaw.
No, it's bizarre.
In a little sort of, almost like a little coleslaw omelette. A little coleslaw omelette parcel that you make. Toasted government bread.
Even better.
Icing sugar on the one side.
That's the weird part.
Jam on the other side.
Even weirder.
You must have spring onions in your thingamajiggy, and then some mayo.
I've got to tell you, I know it sounds frightfully odd. In fact, downright bloody disgusting. But actually, it's unbelievable. I must say, I would add a little bit of chilli.
Yes.
That's because I'm a chilli fiend.
Yes.
Because I quite like that sweet and chilli thing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make the coleslaw just with some beaten up egg and some spring onion into a pan. It's a triumph, darling.
It is a triumph. Now, you could go in all kinds of places, because you could do your kimchi business if you wanted to be schmancy. You could do the chili thing. See, I'm always a proponent of adding the hot afterwards.
No, I agree. Yes, exactly.
So giving people the options.
Bloody marvelous. Now, that's why it's so sad that the kitchen is no longer. Now, how long was it open?
11 years.
Good God, darling. I remember the day you opened.
You know, we did a beautiful thing. And we had lots of lovely people who came to see us. And we made delicious stuff every day. And every day I got to be with people and do what I'm doing for you now, which is like
feed. Feed. She's a feeder.
Make happy. Express my love. Express myself. I got to do that. I was very lucky. Many chefs kind of yearn for that. That's what they live for. Yeah. And I got to do this every day. Oh gosh, there's a doorbell.
That's all right. Let's answer the door.
Yeah.
Hi. But we're back.
We're teaing.
Okay, so now lockdown comes. Well, I mean, there's all this movement. Obviously, the kitchen can't open in lockdown.
Yeah.
So run me through it.
So the kitchen can't open, but the bills keep coming.
There is that.
They don't stop.
I just want to check.
So now it's the landlord, the bank, the insurances, you know,
the staff.
The staff. I basically kind of sent my staff off with as much cash as I could. All the vegetables, all the rice, all the lentils, all the oil, everything appears, and some reading matter. But I knew, how am I going to keep this going for endless amounts of time? UIF fortunately did do some payments, but we still, how was going to keep people employed?
How many staff are we talking about?
14 people.
Oh dear Lord.
Many of whom been working with me for many, many years. So basically, if you want to know, lockdown has been a stressful time for me, full of anxiety, worry for my staff, who now, one moment have a good job, and the next moment could be hungry. If I couldn't keep up People were so kind, and they donated money, and we, so many friends helped, and we had little campaigns of things. So helpful. So it really has been a very, very stressful time. And then when I had to make the announcement that the kitchen was closing, a huge outpouring of grief and love and support and a sort of understanding, and just the emotional thing of going through that. And then the hustle of selling fridges and stainless steel tables and trying to get money to pay off bills and to settle things and to sort of come to some closure with my staff and to pay people out for retrenchments and so forth. It has been a very stressful time.
So closing down an institution in Cape Town is heartbreaking enough, but what struck me now is you said selling tables and fridges and everything. Does that mean that you are not going to return to the restaurant world or catering world or feeding people world, or what does it mean?
It's such a tricky thing because I can't help but feed people.
No, exactly. I mean,
like my joy is making you my crazy Korean sandwich. I can't help it. That is like part of who I am. But at the same time, the burden of running a business in conditions that are going to be fraught and difficult and nigh impossible just fills me with such terror and fear. And, how to do it in what market. I think most restaurateurs right now are just fearful and broken. Those of us that are still out there. So we have to look very carefully at the whole restaurant industry. Be cleverer with technology, be cleverer in the way we're sourcing things. Restaurateurs have to speak to each other because we have to do something that is completely different. We have to feed everybody sustainably and affordably.
I'm really hearing that from a lot of restaurateurs and chefs. I'm hearing that. I'm also, you alluded earlier when we were chatting to the fact that there is something wrong with the restaurant industry and the pricing and everything anyway, because the way you're making your money is on booze, not the food. The booze you get and you mark up, and the food you're not making. And I know myself as a diner, it's hard to make, they've put their pasta price up, where your own pasta at home is costing a different thing, but suddenly it's not okay. So it is a mindset for both diners and restaurateurs. But when I was speaking to Liam about his, his local thing and whatever, he kept just going, it has to be affordable. It can't be a shishi market with, 80 rand loaves of bread or whatever, because we can't.
So we're actually calling on the diners, the eaters, to change expectations and to change what it is that they think they need. So it's kind of a relationship here. For example, at the kitchen, I love what we did. You don't need 15, 20 salads.
No.
You need four or five fabulous salads, and you want to say, these are so good, and they're so delicious, and they're enough.
And
we are kind of replete, and it's good. And so then we can manage that we don't have any waste. And we can manage that we can keep the costs right, and we can do things better. So that's just an example.
No, but it is. It's a reset. It's a recalibrate of, from the diner's perspective of I want as much as possible and greed, and I want lots of choice. And you're always wanting to give it to them because that's what we all expect, when actually simpler, better.
Exactly. And so I kind of my heart has been so sore for all my brothers and sisters out there, because I know it costs so much just to keep your doors open. And just to keep people coming in, at great risk, and and in such uncertainty. And I just have such sadness, because I just think of all the good stuff that we've done and how far we've come, what we've done in the industry. But we are clever and innovative, and
you certainly are clever and innovative. So look, come on, let's be positive now, because it's bloody depressing.
Yes.
Although the sandwich isn't, and the ostrich I'm obsessed with. I'm going to steal it on my way out. That's not depressing. So let's look at the good things, and all these beautiful sauces and jams aren't depressing.
This is the thing. Lockdown has been a bit like this. It's been like incredible devastation and sadness, and then joy.
Exactly.
And then such delicious sandwich, amazing. And then sadness.
Darling, it's not called a Corona coaster for nothing, right? I mean, it is a Corona. It is disturbing, and the uncertainty all the time, and that. All right, but look, let's look forward.
Yes, we do have. I am actually very excited.
Okay.
About the news.
Well, there we go. Things perking up. Yeah.
Look, I might not be so excited because I now don't have a job exactly. Right. I now have to make a job. One of the things that I love is that I love connecting with people on the interwebs. I'm quite enjoying. Initially, I was like, no, I can't do it.
I think you should have a cooking channel.
Would you please, people out there, lovely, clever people, I would be great on TV.
You would be fantastic on TV, and your food is remarkable. Everybody wants to make it.
Would you please
bring the people?
Bring the people, Justine. You're my ally. I will supporter.
Find a way, darling. Ways and means.
We have to do. So that's one thing is that I love, because I kind of feel like I can be useful. I can be helpful. I can help people. People want to know what to do with carrots. I know what to do with carrots. I know what to do with white beans.
I think you should get a slot on Just Cook at Home and make it a permanent Karen Dudley hour.
Like a little column.
Yeah. Like a column except... we're going to talk about this later.
So I like that I can be useful. And I can connect with people, and I like that. And initially I would be like, no. And now I'm not a bit demure anymore. I'm going, do you follow me?
Yes, quite right.
because it's like a way I can connect to people, and I love that, and I can share myself and share my food, and it's quite nice.
Look, I just learned the most incredible sandwich, and I know quite a lot about food and cooking. I didn't know anything about that.
It was nice. Do you know what it is? You kind of reach for what it is that you find delicious. I kind of talk about kind of going for the jugular, You're kind of going for the jugular.
There I was coming to visit my friend. Nice touch that. Great.
Looking for the jugular of deliciousness, for the thing. So that's always my little quest. So that's the one thing. The other thing is that I'm still doing my little pantry boxes. So I haven't actually advertised this. Now this is a great opportunity.
Perfect opportunity.
People, I am doing... Yes. So I have little boxes. I have a Mediterranean Turkish box, which has like sumac and bulgur and all that kind of thing. And then I have an Asian box. I know I actually really have to put it out there.
Marketing thing.
I'm not good at marketing thing. I've been a bit busy and consumed, as I've explained. But I am freed up now to do it, and watch out.
Okay, well we'll definitely put it as part of this. We can have a little
really
thingy about what it is and where it is.
And you know what it is? I can't help making stuff. So there's lemon curd and new chutneys, and I'd be making a sultana caper relish that is amazing, and a fish sauce dressing, and little things that can actually transform and pimp your whole thing.
Pimp your very boring.
So you take your caper, raisin relish, and you put it on some grilled courgettes, and
they are no longer just boring old grilled courgettes.
They're amazing. They are transformed and amazing. So little pantry boxes are what we're also doing. And then the other thing is that I realize that I really want to be in conversation with people. So I want to talk to people about our learnings of this time and our learnings from the industry, and really want to see how we can do that. So I'm so happy to be having conversations with people who are sort of breaking it down and understanding it. And then I also realize I have a lot of understanding about an experience from running, understanding what it is that people need, what people want and what people need, and how to give it to them.
In the kitchen,
in the
I'm
kitchen
just wondering
and in
where you were.
Look, we could do other things. We have such skills. We could do a bit of interior design.
This house, I've definitely.
That kind of thing that we can also do. But basically, kind of helping people who are setting up a new food community. So whether they're kind of reworking their restaurant or rethinking what they're doing, I can help. But I'm very clever.
I know you are, darling, and very creative. And for me, your recipes are amazing and stunning. But also in this time of COVID, it sounds just anyway. The point is, what I mean.
Yeah.
People are cooking more than they've ever cooked. Yeah, and now they're actually desiring to learn a bit more. Mm-hmm. And they're not just getting a takeout or a convenience meal, because one, they've got more time so they can make something. Two, they've got no money to buy the convenience meal. And so now it's the time to learn how to take the chicken that your mother taught you how to make and add the caper and sultana thing and suddenly actually be quite proud of it and have people around for dinner because you can't go out.
Yes.
So I think, darling Karen, the time is now.
The time is now for the home cook. And people are finding, I like that thing. Because they're having the time to go, I like this thing. And I'm really very proud of this bread. Or really very, and that's so wonderful because we're coming into a new identity. We're kind of understanding what we like and what we don't like. It's like a very simple thing, but that's really nice. It gives people confidence. And I love that. I kind of really want to help people find that.
Well, I'm behind you. So what I have to say to you guys out there is it started off as a bloody depressing conversation. Fortunately, it's ended up as a fantastic conversation with the most heavenly sandwich. I've got to just quickly show you the tea cozy because I personally want it as a handbag. If anybody has anything like this, I'm interested. But I think
it really, you see, good tea.
God,
hot tea.
It's hot tea.
So you need that.
I think more importantly, though, I think this series of interviews really is about knowing what food people, restaurateurs, chefs, food suppliers, everybody is doing in this time, what they have done, what they're going to do, and supporting them and supporting locals. So, darling, your little boxes.
My little boxes are still going. Yes, absolutely.
We're going to put the information on. We're going to give you this sandwich recipe because, hell, even if she stole it, we can steal it some more. We're going to give you all the details about Karen's books and anything else she might be doing. And then I think the idea is we're going to put her on Just Cook at Home as much as possible. Tell us what you feel about that. Tell us how much you love her. Or tell me how much you love her. And mostly, thank you.
Fun.
Oh, look, we're illegally kissing, which is even better.
Bye.